Hello, happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you had a great, and Merry Christmas. I did. My family came back to me late Christmas Eve. I had to go to the airport to pick them up, LAX, and then we got back here, put them in the bed, and they got up and they played with the toys and all the time. We had a great time. Their grandfather bought them some kid ATVs for the yard and stuff, and they were just riding around. It was very cool. So I had a great Christmas. I hope the Cowboys didn't ruin yours because they did not they did not ruin mine. But now we have to talk about the Cowboys, and I'm telling you right now, out of all the things that are frustrating me about the Dallas Cowboys at this moment, the most frustrating thing is the fact that it's not over. It's not. I mean, with all this going on and us sitting at our with our record of what are we 7-8? If we sitting at 7-8, Jason Garrett still has a chance, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Skins at home, and they have a big road game versus the New York Giants in New York or New Jersey or wherever they play. So the Giants are hyped to beat them. Daniel Jones threw 5 touchdown passes last week. If the Eagles fan base ain't worried about, a quarterback that just threw 5 touchdowns going against that secondary, man, I don't know. They really should be worried in Philadelphia. So I can see clearly the Philadelphia Eagles going up there and losing a close one, and then we slide by the Redskins in some kind of pathetic game between two teams that aren't really that good. I can see that clearly, and then we are in the playoffs at 8-8. But I tell you one thing with as much conviction as I can. An 8-8 team will get no emotion from us, and especially me going into the playoffs. We would be in the playoffs by default completely because if the Niners, the Rams, the Seahawks, the Packers, the Saints, if any one of those teams was in the NFC East, we would not be in the playoffs this year. 100%. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. If we somehow win a wild card game, the first round, and get to that divisional round, then then it's consistency. Can we beat 2 good teams in a row? When was the last time we beat 2 good teams in a row? And this year was the Rams, and then we come back from the Rams game with the Eagles game. So we're gonna really have to get to the conference championship game to A, save Jason Garrett's job, B, get Shango back, and C, get the rest of the fan base back. Because I just don't see it happening with us until we prove something to the fan base. Now, by the way, there is one more scenario I see even clearer than that scenario. The Eagles losing to the Giants, I can still see that. That's clearly. But then us beating the Redskins, I don't see as clear. So the Redskins also could beat us, and the Eagles go into playoffs at 8-8. I can see that. I can see that as clear as day. The Skins, they're coming in with Bill Callahan. Callahan knows us. He knows how we're going to block for Ezekiel Elliott. He knows Jason Garrett's offensive schemes. He knows that on defense, all he has to do is frustrate Garrett enough for a couple of plays, and Garrett will just let go of the run and start throwing the ball because he'll freak out or whatever. He knows how to make him freak out like that. And Callahan's going to bang the run. And I'm telling you, just a note, I'm just throwing this out there. If Bill Callahan does beat the Dallas Cowboys this week, then he is clearly on my list of people to take over for Jason Garrett. 2014, that's all I got to say. 2014, what the Cowboys was doing, what the Cowboys coaching staff was doing was downright impressive. And it was the most dominating team I've seen in Dallas since the 90s. And it was all shut down by the Dez games, but I'm telling you, I won't let that game go. The Dez caught a game, and it's for different reasons why other people don't let it go. I initially, and you can see it in my podcast, I initially blamed Romo because I didn't know why you did that, why you would go to that deep on that play in that situation. It just blew my mind. But Now, when Romo's gone and I see the same things coming from Dak, I'm like, oh, they're being coached to do this. They're being coached to do these things. So I owe another apology to Tony Romo on that term, because now I know that it is Jason Garrett. But the reason why I said that, in that play, when we went deep down to Dez, Cole Beasley was sitting right there at the first down line, ready to catch the ball for a first down. All we had to do was just a little toss to Cole Beasley. And Cole Beasley, from 5 to 7 yards away, his hands are way better than Dez Bryant's hands 40-something yards away, 50-something yards away, or however long that pass was. You know what I'm saying? It's just about taking that layup when you don't have to shoot the three. And that, all we had to do was just take that layup, concentrate on getting that first down. We would have got that first down, and then we'd hand the ball off and walk the ball all the way down to the red zone, all the way down inside the 10. First and goal inside the 10. Tony Romo with the weapons of Beasley and Dez and Witten. I'm with that 100%. And we could drain the clock, go in the end zone, and then hand the ball back to Aaron Rodgers with no time. This is coaching stuff here. And hand the ball back to Aaron Rodgers with less than 30 seconds left. Okay, do what you're going to do now. You know what I'm saying? But what we did, we went down deep for Dez, almost scored, could have scored. If we had scored that pass, then we would have went up by at least 1 or 3 points, because we had to go for 2. We would have been up by 1 or 3 points. Then we would have had to stop Aaron Rodgers. We would have had to stop Aaron Rodgers. If we didn't get the 2-point conversion, just a field goal beats us. And if we get the field goal, then all they have to do is get in field goal position to tie the game, and a touchdown wins the game. But we would have had to stop Aaron Rodgers. And in my mind, there was just no way we were going to stop Aaron Rodgers. And still to this day, I can tell you, we probably would not have stopped Aaron Rodgers. And this is the reason why I'll tell you why. We gave the ball back to the Packers with 4 minutes and a half left to go or whatever. We had a chance to stop them and get the ball back and have another drive for the touchdown. But what did they do? 9 plays, touchdown, game over. They just ran 9 plays on them. We couldn't stop them from doing whatever they wanted to do, and they drained the clock out on offense. So that's what tells me my defense, if you can't stop them in that situation, you wouldn't have stopped them in more. I'm not remaking the video cut out on me. I'm not remaking it. But you guys got the gist of what I'm talking about. I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go of that. If we didn't stop them there when they got the ball with 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go to get another score or whatever, we wouldn't have stopped them if we scored. So in my mind, there's no way we would have beaten Green Bay, period. And it was because of coaching. And it was not because of the players, because the players could have really done it. It was because of coaching. All right, guys, we'll talk about that, and we'll do the Clemson game. I think the Clemson game's coming up. So that's my next live stream, is going to be the Clemson game. And then tomorrow we'll talk more about the Redskins game coming up. All right, guys, talk to you later. Peace out.